Right, April 10th, 2018. Just the end of the day market update here. Um, yeah, end of the day market update. So just finished doing my logging in my journal, my trades that I did during the day. Um, Last couple trades at the end of the day were kind of how would you describe it? Hail Mary trades. Pretty much as an attempt to try to regain some of my losses and get lucky for the hit, but that didn't happen. And luckily decided to stop trading and did not make any more trades from the point that I was already down $900 just to prevent from hitting the $1,000 loss limit. And so that was a good in itself, being able to control my desire to participate. And I was well distracted by the Facebook hearing, so that was pretty good. Overall, though, focus on trading ES today, a little bit into crude. Crude scratched pretty badly. Tried taking on this double top formation that we had going on. Tried to short into the 60s, below 70 cent area. Failed both times, and then one time ended up getting too heavy, leveraging too fast, added too fast to my position, and ended up getting stopped out. Yeah. So overall, I think I'm going to be working on not adding to my position and maybe starting big. Let's see if that turns out. But I definitely still won't be adding or trading with more size until I feel more comfortable into the day. That's something I'm gonna definitely work on. But really watching out for over leveraging on the contracts, because that tends to eat up a lot of my profits or create a lot of losses that prevent me from trading moving forward into the day, and I ended up getting really wound down because of it. So that's what I dealt here with the crude. Didn't play off any opportunities onto the long side. Definitely just trended higher, which is really interesting to me. Um, I'm long this trade into or long crude from yesterday's recovery on the daily chart, and looking for possible pullback going into tomorrow for to add or to buy up again crude. It's not popping up. Having a tough time here. Okay, what's going on? Alright, well, let's go over here. So today we had, let me go to ES. We had the bullish move here to the upside yesterday, and immediately into the closing, 2 hours before the close, we ended up just crashing all the way down. And then overnight, picked right back up, supposedly on news from China, on the China's prime minister or president coming out saying that they are looking to open themselves to global trade. So that was quite bullish for the market overnight, or the market took that news well overnight, and we ended up trending into the open between 2630 between pretty much 2645 and 2650, and then we had these highs and lows here that were good levels to kind of play off of. I got caught into the open and volatility. I should have waited for better setups to present themselves and for more readable order flow that I could understand at my current skill level with order flow. So that would have been a little bit more helpful going into today. Would have prevented some losses added when I shouldn't have added. And then eventually that led to me having fear into getting into a position that ended up playing really well, and I ended up getting into a little bit at a at a not so good of an entry, but still a decent entry price with good risk, which is at 45.25, and would have stopped that at 44. And then played into this high here, got stopped out to this 53. Also was dealing with getting close to $1,000 loss limit, so that led me to putting on a stop such as this. I would have maybe even tried to lower down to 52 had I not had to be careful to avoid that $1,000 loss limit. But who knows? I think I should have played a little bit more into selling this resistance area here that worked so well going into today, and yeah, instead of trying to catch a bigger move to the upside, which I thought we were going to get. But then again, how would I know that, that we were not going to go higher? But actually, it was there. If I would have focused and paid attention to the order flow, it would have told me otherwise. We had this nice little failure here at 60, where we broke out but broke right back in, when we should have kept going. So there's definitely, key turning points that really do indicate where, where price is telling us something, and we should, obviously listen to it. Here told us, hey, it's not time to go yet. We're still going to stick down below here. And eventually, we had this nice fat drop here and run back up. So that was really quite interesting to deal with. And then just kind of chopped around into the close, which would have been really dangerous for me, I want to say. I would have been trying to catch along into here, but really being able to focus and pay attention to what price is telling me, and avoiding myself from getting chopped up in choppy market situations, and is one hell of a skill that I've noticed, especially in what I'm seeing in this current price movement in here. That this to me was pretty interesting. I do not know how I would have been able to take on this, so definitely don't. Maybe I would have even failed $1,000 limit, so I'm kind of glad, that it happened sooner, where at a point where I could have where I had the will and the mental decision to just stop before it got worse. So quite an interesting day here. Going into tomorrow, we still have these levels here, plus some new ones. 26.45 continues to work. 26.38 we continue to bounce off of failure into here. Well, actually, we can even start seeing, maybe, yeah, if we fell 78.6, if we fell 38, we're definitely going down to 23.6 to 22. I don't see why not. So key level there, and then 53 also area, and then of course 60 here, as we now know, and then above that we have 70, 72, 73, and 78. So those are the levels we'll be looking forward going into tomorrow. We'll be looking for possible market failure, but also maybe some upside, or maybe even just an inside day. So definitely want to keep open to any possibilities here.